Okay, here we are, Saturday evening. This is our camp. This is pretty much the perimeter of the tent. You got a big old log, mylar blanket, down to the floor, a little staging area with stuff, and possibles bag, and all the useful stuff. Gear in the corners. Then we have mylar 3mm foam up against the back.
I am armed.
Mylar space blankets taped inside as a second layer, as a thermal layer, and to reflect heat off of the fire. We have a gigantic lean-to, essentially made out of a huge lawn and leaf bag. 3.5 mil black plastic tarp, painter's tarp material. What's this? 10 by 25?
10 by 25.
Cut in half and joined in the center, making it
12.5 by 20.
Pretty freaking giant.
Yeah, it's huge.
So we got a couple of tarps for the floor, space blanket action, Marpad tarp. Everyone's in a bivvy, so we're waterproof even if we sprung a leak, which we're not gonna. Fresh water supply. Dishwashing center. Agua. We've got everybody sleeping inside. Just to keep the tarp from dancing around, we've got some old debris on the top. As you see, it keeps everything down, keeps the water from collecting and pooling up, keeps the tarp taut underneath. So actually, from a distance, you can't even tell that there's a shelter here. If we didn't have a fire, nobody would be the wiser. That is, unless they saw this giant A-frame made out of wood that is supporting, it's our drying rack for clothing. You see it's lashed together at the ends. Little A at this end and then crossbars and an A at that end. But duct tape to it is a space blanket, which is our fire reflector. So not only do we have the inside of our ceiling totally mylar, we also have a reflector bouncing. A majority of the heat from the fire bounces from that reflector right into there, off the ceiling and down onto us. And we have been toasty campers all weekend long. Plenty of wood. We've got a secondary tarp just set up here as a windbreak and like a little play area. Our stream is right over here, and there's no chance of that overflowing and being a problem. And there's also a stream down there, which is 30-40 feet away. We are on Howard's Island. So, man on the street interviews. How do you like camping on Hawk Mountain?
It's the best thing ever. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Plus, once you have stuff like this, I mean, if you can actually feel, a couple dollars for mylar, a couple dollars for poly sheet, everything else is all constructed, built out there. You don't need to haul in all your tents. You don't need to haul in all your useless stuff and, your camp kitchens and garbage like that. Get in, have fun, do what camping's all about. Plus, it's been raining all weekend. All weekend it's been raining.
Anybody here wet?
Not one of us.
It's because we're pros.
Just my sleeping bag a little bit.
Wow. I think maybe
That's
could.
You
peed in it. Nah. Sam, how you feeling, buddy?
Good.
Yeah? You look a little sleepy. You getting tired? I see the droopy eyeballs. Did you have a long day today? What did we do today, guys?
Make sure your eyeballs don't get too droopy.
Yeah, where'd we go, Martin and Sam?
We went to Fulton Rock.
That's right. Ken stayed back to guard the fort. He held down the fort and built this awesome reflector and tidied things up.
And you built the Illuminati pyramid.
Yes.
Don't forget the dog.
Dogness hung out here. Guard dog. And we hiked up to Pulpit Rock. And at the top of Pulpit Rock, there was space observatories. And we actually were lucky enough to catch the guys working on them, and we got a tour of the inside of space observatories. Plus, we also got to see Pulpit Rock, albeit we were in a cloud, so you couldn't see out. Here's our reflector. And what would you say? 80 degrees in here?
Yeah.
You know what? Hang on, wait. I got my thermometer.
Thermometer. Look at that. Nice fire. Toasty warm. Moving on up.
Now this is all my pack that's been sitting in here for the past 4 or 5 hours. And we've had this fire going. 78 degrees according to this.
78 in here in this shelter. And I'll be honest with you, right here with that reflector bouncing on me, it feels like a suntan I'm getting. It's nice. This is the way to go. High speed, low drag.
The ambient air temperature?
It's got to be in the 60s at this point.
With the rain, yeah, 50s,
It'll drop
60s.
down into the 50s.
Last night, or low 50s with the wind.
Yeah, low 50s, maybe high 40s with that wind last night. It was pretty chilly around 2:30 to 5 in the morning. But we were all snugly and warm. Nobody complained. Nobody got soaked. It was good. Good stuff. A successful camp trip so far. Tomorrow morning, we're going to eat like kings. Break this place down. Wrap it up. Roll out. And head home. Signing off.
It's been a long weekend.
Yes, it has. Fun weekend.
Nah.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.